and a very warm welcome to Tarot and Oracle Card Tuesday. I'm hoping to do this most Tuesdays when I'm... oh, sorry. Just sent my table flying then, sorry. Oh, right, hang on. Great stuff. Welcome to Tarot and Oracle Card Tuesday. Moving forward, I'm hoping to do this on a regular basis on a Tuesday. Doing Tarot and Oracle cards. So before I start, I will do my disclaimer because it is a legal requirement. As I am in the UK, I have to state this legal requirement prior to any readings I do. You need to be over 18 to have a reading, and if you're under 18 and you desire a reading, even though I should be doing them, you must have your parent or guardian permission to do so. I'm not allowed to give legal, medical, financial or legal, medical or financial advice. No pregnancy advice, and it is classed as entertainment purposes only. You may take the guidance as you will, as a pinch of salt, as a load or gobbledygook or a bit of woo-woo, or however you decide to choose. Now, because I just think I'm going to tarot, because I'm holding the box. The deck I am using is the Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine. Now, if you are one of our wonderful people who supported me last weekend or the weekend with the celebration of my release of Lunar Reflections in the book, I connect you with the tarot with the lunar cycle. Let me see if I can find some examples while I'm waiting for people to log on and say hello. Let me find the chat. Here we go. The major 137. Let's find page 137. This is in my hardback copy. 137. And I will give you some examples of how the moon may be connected to some of the tarot cards. So let's look at some of the major arcana. Now, the major arcana are like the Hermit, the Strength, the Lovers, the Justice card. So let's go for the Hierophant. This is called associated with the disseminating moon. Disseminating, I'll pick a word that I can't pronounce. The disseminating moon is a time of sharing knowledge, reflecting and teaching, and the Hierophant represents spiritual wisdom, tradition and the teaching of higher truths. And the phase of the moon, the disseminating moon, is all about sharing what has been learned and passing on wisdom. So look at the Chariot card. The Chariot I've linked with the waning crescent moon, and the waning, I can't speak today. Maybe hang on, let me put my false teeth back in. Maybe I've not had enough pastis fermanti, or maybe I've been drinking too much Coke and rum. I don't know. The waning crescent is a time of rest, introspection and preparing for the next cycle. The Chariot, however, is all about victory, determination and pushing forward with controlled will. And while the moon wanes, the Chariot's energy moves with momentum towards triumph. Hello, Julie! If you're interested, I have done the disclaimer. And while I'm waiting time, I'm going through the book on how I've connected the tarot with the different phases of the moon. So we will look at the Justice card. The Justice card, the first quarter moon. The first quarter moon is about making decisions and overcoming obstacles. Justice is about fairness, balance and making decisions that align with the truth and integrity. And this phase of the moon, the first quarter moon, represents a time when action and choices need to lead to consequences. So let's look at some of the minor arcana cards and how I have linked them. So the book falls open on 8 of Pentacles, because not only do I connect all the major arcana cards to the phase of the moon, I connect all the other cards, the Pentacles, the Wands, the Cups and the Swords. So 8 of Pentacles. I've linked that to the waning crescent moon as well. The 8 of Pentacles represents hard work, skill development and dedication to craft. The waning crescent moon is a time to rest, release and preparation for the new cycle. And while this phase is often about winding down, the 8 of Pentacles calls for diligence and continued effort towards mastery, suggesting that steady, focused work will lead to eventual rewards. Don't you love this? And let us look. The Nine of Pentacles I linked with the full moon, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is about self-sufficiency, luxury, and the successful fruition of one's efforts. This card represents a time when material success has been achieved and independence is celebrated. The full moon marks the peak of illumination and completion, aligning with the Nine of Pentacles themes of enjoying the fruits of one's labour. Don't you just love this? So the Seven of Swords. In a minute, if anyone joins and they want a card, pop in, yes please, I'd love a card. Say hello and yes please, I would love a card. So the Seven of Swords. I linked the Seven of Swords with the last quarter moon. And the last quarter moon, the Seven of Swords represents stealth, strategy, or even deception. Ooh! It is about using intellect to navigate tricky situations or sometimes sneaking away from challenges. The last quarter moon is a time for release, reassessment, and letting go of what no longer serves. The Seven of Swords can reflect a need to sneak away or make a difficult choice before a situation comes to an end. Much like the last quarter moon calls for letting go of old mental patterns or deceptive habits. Don't I just love this? Four of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Let's see how I connected the Ace of Wands to the new moon, because Ace is all about one starting off. The Ace of Wands represents new beginnings, inspiration, and the spark of creativity or passion. The new moon is a time for fresh starts, new ideas, and planting seeds for the future. This card aligns with the new moon's energy of potential and the desire to begin a new journey, project, or passion. I'm looking forward to receiving mine. I'd love a card. Oh, I'd do that. I will just do one more. I'll do you a card. So this is all coming from my book, Lunar Reflections. Or when you receive it, you must let me know how you get on with it and whether it resonates. I'm waiting for some feedback, hopefully positive feedback. And if you do spot a spelling mistake, it won't take away from the actual gist of the book. So the Five of Cups, full moon. The Five of Cups represents grief, loss, and emotional disappointment. The full moon is a time of illumination when emotions surface and everything is revealed. This phase brings heightened emotional awareness, and like the Five of Cups, it can illuminate emotional wounds, disappointments, and the need for emotional release. The Five of Cups can reflect the emotional culmination of loss, yet it also reminds us to focus on what remains. I love this. Right, Julie. Let's get my tarot deck out. And yes, and thank you for supporting me by buying the book. So let us do... now, I have just read out cards which are related to cups, wands, swords, and pentacles. Now, this deck I'm using actually calls them different things. They call them earth, air, fire, and water. So let's go. Julie, you have and I will put cups. So Julie, the king of water, which also means the cups, it's the cup sign. So water is all about our emotions, and the king is the actioner. The queen is nurturing, but the king represents action. Sorry, there's the card. The king is all about being trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Now the king, he takes all the knowledge that he's received and then he takes action. The thing is, emotions. If you go into a situation where you're feeling emotionally charged, and that's perfectly okay, the thing is, if you go into a situation and you're feeling anger, if you go into a situation where you're feeling angry, you will perceive that and will react with an anger undertone. But if you go into that same situation with a feeling of compassion and understanding, you will perceive that situation from a point of view, from an understanding, from a compassionate point of view. And you know, your feelings are all valid and things like that, but this is what it's all about. And it says, open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. Now what it means is that sometimes when you go head to head with someone, they're coming from their point of view, you're coming from your point of view, and sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, this is right and this is right and you're wrong and you're wrong. But the thing is, they have come to their opinion from all their life experiences, from all their feelings and all that, and that's a valid reasoning of things. You are coming from your point of view, from your life experiences, from your emotions and stuff. And this is where the King of Water comes into place. Sometimes we need to agree to disagree. Sometimes to go into a situation where you're really angry, pause for a minute and just think, right, how is this person coming to it, and why have they come to their own conclusion? And to be the King of Water, it means taking control of your emotions and being understanding, you know, respect the other person. They may be the biggest dickhead, they may be the biggest prat, they may be the biggest whatever around, and that's in your opinion, of course, and they're probably thinking the same thing. But if you just go, you know what, and no matter what you say, you're never going to change them, because you can't change their life experience. You can't change. You can explain in your own situation and try and see from their point of view. And when you see someone coming at you from their point of view, they may still be totally wrong, but this is where the king, because you can take action and control the situation, because you can think they're the dickhead, but you know what? I get where they're coming from. So you can actually switch your argument to win the argument, but to throw it back at them so they can't go, oh, do you see what I mean? And it says to open your heart and mind to those around you. So this is what this card is all about. Opening up your mind and heart to go, yeah, I understand why the biggest dickhead, because of your experiences. And in out many different reasons at the moment, so I'm having to stop and breathe and think, then act. Absolutely. And this is it. And because it's the king, it means taking action. You're taking control. You are setting up your boundaries. You are setting up your boundaries. And this is what the king is, because he's gone, oh shit, and you know what? I'm going to take that. Oh, hello, Lulu. I'm going to do you a card if you'd like a card in a minute, if you'd like one. How are you doing? So this is what this card is all about. So yeah, I'm having a lot of meetings and people in and out for many different reasons at the moment. So I'm having to stop and breathe and think, yeah, so this may be, because it's a king, it's all about action, and you're having to action all these. Well, I'm gonna agree with that, Julie. But I didn't say that because I have to be impartial. Oh, I've got to be impartial, Julie. Not. And I totally agree. So there you go. So that's your card. Oh, that's all right, Lulu. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. If you know of anyone, tag some people in if you want to today. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. So I did do the disclaimer, Lulu, and I know you're just you're 19, not 18, so you can legally have a card reading. And you know it's for entertainment purposes only. I am taking action, kicking. Good for you, Julie. Good for you. Rocket. What an amazing goddess. Do you know what? I am so inspired by Julie. She's had a couple of dreams, and one of them was absolutely amazing. She's got this amazing healing room in her back garden, and she manifested that. Great manifester. And I'm so proud, and I am going to make it up to York again. And I'm going to try your healing sessions. So that's right, you're amazing. Right, Lulu, let's do Lulu's card. So if you know of anyone, you're welcome, my precious. You're welcome. I love you so much. You're an amazing. Right, Lulu, we're having this one because it slid out. All right. So Lulu has the Queen of Fire. Queen of Fire. Okay. So the Queen of Fire, This is interesting because we just had the Queen, which is taking control. The Queen is all about nurturing and caring for what you're passionate about, caring, because so often we spend so much time nurturing, caring after everyone else, but we can't. Hello, Joe, my beautiful girl. But we can't all fill from an empty cup. And it's like the Queen of Fire is confident, warm, intellectual, and graceful. And go after your, because when you get passionate, you get fired up. I want to do this, I want to do that. And then we have doubt. What will the neighbours say? What will these people say? What will my family say? And then we dent our own fire. We put out our own fire, you know. Or then our ego steps in, and our ego comes in and go, nah, can't do it, can't do it. And this is all about stretch your wings and fly. Lulu, what is it that you're wanting to do? What is it that you want? Oh, that's it, lovely. But yeah, tag in some people. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So Lulu, what is it that you're at, and what are the thoughts that you're telling yourself that are self-limiting? What is the story you are telling yourself, Lulu, that is validating why you aren't going for your dream? What? Oh, hello, Brandon! Hello, Brandon! Mwah, mwah, mwah. God, you're getting so grown up now, Brandon. So this is what it is. So what story are you telling yourself, Lulu, that you can't go and do something? Like, I can't go for this job because I haven't got the qualification. Well, why not get off your frigging arse, not this Lulu, and go and get the qualification? Oh, I can't do it. Evening school, there's online. You can do an online course at the weekends. And instead of watching Coronation Street and EastEnders, there's 2 hours there a week. You can do some studying then. So what story are you telling yourself? Why are you scared of going? Fear in case someone laughs at you. Well, what happens if someone goes, yes? Now, if you tell me your dream, Lulu, I'm there. Julie will back you there. Joe, beautiful Joe, will back you there. Don't listen to the naysayers. Never watch TV. Lola, I know I spend more time watching, reading and things like that, and doing research as well, yeah. So don't underestimate yourself. Because you think you can't do it, but until you've tried it, how do you know? And if you try and it fails, it's first attempt in learning. All it means is the way you did it may need to be tweaked. I mean, look how when you learnt to tie your shoelace. The first time you learnt to tie your shoelace, you didn't do it perfectly. You tried and tried. You didn't give it up. I'm still full-time from my lad, so I don't get spare time, but lacquer. I can pull you up on that one, but I won't. Spare time. I bless you for being a carer, full-time carer for your son. That is really hard work. But sometimes we can, and I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm not belittling you, because being the full-time carer for anyone is time-consuming and exhausting and things like that. But actually, we can always find 5 minutes for ourselves, because we need to find 5 minutes to get a breath, so we can go back to caring for your son. We need that 10 minutes. So sometimes we need to say to someone, look, come in and help me 1 hour a week. And then that 1 hour, you can recharge your batteries. But when you don't get spare time, well, it's like, oh, I'll make sure I don't worry. Oh, bless you. But lack of confidence, we can build that up. And the lack of confidence is because you haven't tried it before. And the more times you do it, like when you tie your shoelace, the first time you didn't do it, you didn't have any confidence. I don't know if I can do this, and you have a go at tying your shoelace. But the more times you do it, the better you do it. And now you tie your shoelace without thinking. If you're a car driver, remember when you first learnt to drive a car, and now the confidence and things. And all it is, all it is when I haven't got the confidence is because it's like stepping out of your comfort zone and attempting to do something for the first time. And yeah, I've made loads of mistakes, and then I do it. And I love you for it. And it is hard. It is really hard when you're a full-time carer. So stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself and assert your independence. And this one I think is for you. Is yes, you are passionate about caring for your son. And I love that. But maybe sometimes it's like, you know what, we're too independent. And maybe it's time to think, ask for some help. Hi, lovely. Thank you for the tag, Lulu. And ask for some help, because it's a sign of strength to ask for help, to say, look, you know what, I'm a full-time carer, but I need a break. You're welcome at any time. But you are amazing. So then we got our beautiful Joe, beautiful Joe, beautiful Joe. So how's Joe? How's all your dancing going along? And how's the rehearsals going for your show? Or did you do the show at the weekend? I've lost track of where your show is, but I hope it's all right. It's very important to take time for us. I'm a crazy shit, but every day I find 10 just for me today. I love that. That is so important. Yes, Lulu, see if you can find every day 10 minutes. You know, when you have your shower, instead of going, I'm going to do a quick shower, turn it into a 2-minute shower or whatever. Right, Joe, and then I'll do Jem. Hello, Jem. I'm very well. How are you? So my beautiful Joe, and then I'll do Jem. Joe, your card is full up. And in fact, I was only going to do one card, but Joe, no, Joe Martian, you've got the 5 of water and life experience. You've got, yeah. Let me do this. And, so 5 of water is all about things are turning out, I can't read what it says, things not turning out the way you hoped, not seeing the positive in situation, crying over spilled milk. Right, in this picture you've got the 5 cups. Now 3 of them are falling over and you've got 2 still standing, and what we always focus, it's a normal thing, on the, oh my god, look at the cups that's fallen over, oh the poor me, all that shit. That's not how, instead of focusing on the 2 that's standing, to go, you know, actually, maybe it's a good thing those 3 fell over, because they were full of poison, and these 2 standing here are full of golden opportunities. Those 3 that fall, those weren't opportunities I was meant to have. I thought about them, but they're not, and these 2 are there. And it's like trying to flip it, and instead of focusing on the negative, turn it into the positive, because even though there's 5 cups, just because 3 are falling over, you've still got 2 standing, 2 wonderful golden opportunities. And we're putting our emotions on the past, because what's happened, you had 5 cups, 3 fell over, and you're going, oh my god, 3 fell over, oh my god, 3 fell over, oh my god, this shit happened in my life, oh my god, this crap happened in my life, oh my god, that person happened in my life, and you're still focusing on it. Why not focus and go, you know what, I'm glad that, because he's no longer in my life. I'm glad that situation happened. No, take care, Julie, have a lovely evening. And it's like, stop and go, you know what, I'm glad that person is out, because they weren't supporting me in what I really want to do. And it is emotions. Our emotions, we tie it up with a story, and it's the emotions that we hold on to it. You know, oh, he made me feel like this, he made me feel inadequate, he made me boo boo. Go, okay, thanks, Lou, you take care, have a beautiful evening. And this is where you've got to sort of do it. And with the life experience, you're learning the life experience. You look back and you go, you know what, I'm really glad, because he was in my life, but he's taught me, because I left, how to stand on my own feet. Or that job made me redundant. And yes, I was unhappy, but you know what? I wasn't getting the promotion or recognition. And now I'm in this new job. I know I'm now being recognised for my worth. So life experience is a significant life event. So it's like looking back, and you look back at these events and it's like, yeah, turning into positive. So this is where you've got to go, the life experience. And it's like, what in the past can I gain experience which will help me to move forward into the future? Well, there you go. So our lovely Jem Lou. So let's do you. And I'm not sure if anyone else is here. You're welcome, my darling. And we'll get together next week, because Joe won. She supported me so much on Facebook, and she was the most person who shared on media everywhere, left, right and centre. that she won the full reading. So we're going to get together next week after her things, and we're going to do her full reading. So congratulations on that, Joe. So we have for Gem Lu, this is the 5 of air. Oh, another 5 of air wands. Here we go. So Gem Lu has got the 5 of air. Now this is a minor arcana card, and air is all about our thoughts, conscious or subconscious, our mindset, our beliefs, the stories that we tell ourselves to validate why we're doing something or why we're not doing something. And it says an unwise choice. Learn about what you can from the situation and review everyone's motives. And this is what the 5 is. The 5 is like you start off at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and you aim at 10. And 5 is where you get a pause. Because when you start your journey, or your mindset at number 1, and then you start off with, from all the information you knew, I'm going to start a journey. And then it goes up to 5. Now, you've now learnt some more stuff which you didn't know, and it's like time of change, you know, because when I started this journey, I didn't know this, but now I've started my journey, I now know this, you've read a book or something, and then it's like, oh, maybe I need to restart it because I now know more information, beliefs and things like that. And this one is an unwise choice. So it's like the choice you made when you started at 1, and you thought, yes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm definitely going to do that. And I'm not saying it's an unwise choice, but then you start the journey, and then you suddenly realise at 5, you suddenly think, you know what, this isn't the right journey. This isn't the right thing I really wanted to learn. This isn't what I really wanted to do. And your mind, and then you start beating yourself up, and you think, oh, why the hell did I make that choice? Why the hell did I do that? Why the hell did... But it's like, well, actually, you had to do it because you had to go on a learning curve to discover that really wasn't. And where we think it was an unwise choice, it's like, well, actually, let's flip it. And you're at loggerheads with yourself. You're clashing with yourself. And it says, review other people, because sometimes when you're saying it's an unwise choice, people are telling you, oh, why did you do this? Julie, why did you quit your 9-to-5 job and become a full-time tarot reader? Why did you go and do that and become a full-time manifesting mental coach? Why aren't you working your 9-to-5? And you have all these negative people, and then you start doubting. How much you need. Oh, you're come and have a full-time reading with me. Book a reading. You can either have an ordinary reading or a Pathfinder reading, and let's get to the nut and the crunch and to give you the guidance of where you go from. And it says, learn from what you can from this situation. Why is it people going, you should stay in your 9-to-5 job? The reason being is because they aren't brave enough to step out of what we've been told. And they've got their own belief system. They believe that you go to school, you get a qualification, and you work from the age of 18 to 67 when you retire with a chain, the tie around your neck. And because that's what they're programmed for, they think, but we come along and I'm telling you, yes, I'm so pleased. But we then come along and go, you don't have to do a 9-to-5 job. You can set up your own business. I mean, look at Lord Sugar. He set up his own business. He quit the 9-to-5. Look at Richard Branson. He quit the 9-to-5 and ran a record shop, and now look at it. Look at all these people, who quit and set up their businesses or whatever. And look at me, I'm an author. If I listen to the naysayers and the doubters, why the hell are you writing that? What do you want to write the book for? Well, because I wanted to. That's why. I don't need to validate why I'm writing it. And this is what this is all about. The 5 of air is, what are your thoughts? What are other people's thoughts that you are allowing to take on with you? And it's like you're at the crossroads, and to decide that then stop letting their thoughts penetrate you. You got the dream, you're tweaking, and it's okay to... I tweet. When I quit the job, my 9-to-5, 6, 7 years ago, I never thought I would have written a book. But I changed, I set on, I'm going to do this, and when things came in, and COVID came in, and then I had to take my line from going into Mind, Body, Spirit shows on the road. I then went online, and then I've done, but it's changed. Life does change. I've talked myself out of this week. Well, talk yourself back into it. And tell you what, book a Pathfinder, because we can have a plan of action. Write it down, and then you won't fall off the track again, because it's written down in black and white. Write it down. I challenge you now, Jem. I'm going to give you some homework. Anyone who watches my lives knows I'll give you homework. And write down what it was that you've talked yourself out of. Write it down so it's in black and white what you've talked about, what you've now talked yourself out of. Say for example, you wanted to write yourself a book. Now you've talked yourself out of, oh, I'm not going to write it out. And now it says, go back to it and go, well, actually, why did I want to write the book in the first place? And then decide, right, I am going to go back and write this book. And every day I'm going to challenge myself to 15 minutes of just writing something down in it. Go and buy yourself a notebook, get it off Amazon. Thank you. And just start writing that, or whatever it is you want to do. I challenge you. And let's get together. Let's do your reading. Is there anybody else watching? You're welcome. And thank you. Love homework. Well, I did warn people. I do give them a homework, or I kick them up the arse with my soft, fluffy feathers. So, whatever. Right, is there anybody else here who would like a reading and hasn't had a reading? Is anybody here who would like a reading and hasn't had a reading? Right, well, if not, I'll wait a second while in case someone pops on. I'm going to, as I say, moving forward, I am going to try and do this on a regular basis, either on a Tuesday or Thursday. Call it Tarot Tuesday or Tarot Thursday, depending on what my life is doing, whether I've got clients or not. I'm going to try at least once a week to come live to do readings, and then I'll try and do some other things, just to get everyone motivated again, because I think some of you out there have missed my soft, fluffy fluffy slippers and my homework. So I think I need to start setting homework again and kicking some people back up the arse, me included. Right, well, thank you everyone. It's a book, and I didn't buy the notebook off Amazon. Thank you, lovely. Oh, okay, start writing that book. Start it. Yep, because that's what I had to do. I had to start and end up with over 350 pages. Didn't know when to stop. And honestly, Jem, seriously, if I can do this, then you can. All right? Honestly, if Julie-Sian can do this, anyone can. And go for it. Right, I'm going to finish there because no one else is on. So I'm going to say thank you for everyone who's joined me. If anyone would like message me to book your reading. So yeah, or visit my website if you want to purchase through there, but it's cheaper to go direct than off the website. So message me if you want to book your reading. If you've been inspired by any of these cards or any of these readings, if you were inspired at the beginning, if you watch back at the beginning, I will talk about the connecting all the tarot cards to the moon cycles. Get the book. Oh yeah, thank you. And I've missed it, so like I said, I'm not going to go every day because it's a bit, but yeah, I'm going to try and go at least twice a week live, maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, and do some reading, some mind, body, spirit, some manifesting and things like that, but we'll see. So yeah, so wishing you all an absolutely amazing evening, whatever you're up to. Enjoy. If I don't see you or speak to you before, we are heading towards the long Easter break, which I am away, going off to Wales, so I'm looking forward to that. But wishing you all an absolutely amazing evening, and thank you for everyone who joined. If you watch this back at #replay and want a reading, message me and we'll sort something out. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Namaste. Bye.